The big question is this deck for me, or was this actually a bad decision? Let's see, shall we? Hey folks, welcome back to my face. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be an unboxing first impression. You saw the title, this is why you came, and I am going to just sit down, relax, and have a little chat with you because, confession, I got this deck on a whim. Against my own better judgment and from previous experiences, every single deck I believe that I got on a whim, it didn't stay in my collection, okay? It turned out to be something that I wanted it to be, not something that it truly was for me. Also, this is not a tarot deck, it's an oracle deck, so already there, I just get something so different from tarot than from oracle, and I am tarot brained. I think that's just the most concise way to explain my experiences, tarot versus oracle. And it's not always verses, right? Because some of my favorite decks are basically tarot and oracle put into one, thinking of Tantric Dakini Oracle or Secret Dakini Oracle, the older name, or even my own deck, Magical Guidance cards, or Crow's Magic Tarot, even Thoth, because of the titles, you know? I know it's going to be a little bit rambly, but it's my day off during the week. I am currently finishing the season with my dance students. They are doing amazing. There are some huge changes going on right now in my life. Just like the light, the Dutch Amsterdam light, that is going to change. I will not further apologize for that. It's it, guys. It's just the way that it is, and I'm doing my best over here. Mostly, I am extremely, well, I am stressed. I am stressed about things. I own a small business and tarot is a part of that, right? But now I'm talking about the dance school. Yeah, it does take up a lot of energy, and I am so hyper aware of the fact that I got this deck to console me. It's full on consumerism retail therapy. I mean, of course, I'm hoping that this deck is as good as it looks because it's gorgeous. I have been living under a rock. I have not been watching a lot of TarotTube, and I missed this one, pretty sure. It's a year old. So it's mass market, readily available. I got it online. The thing came yesterday. I'm going to open it today with you guys, and it's a year-old deck, or maybe even a little more. Therefore, that makes it very affordable. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna see what it does, see what it is, and bring you along with me to get through those first impressions, etc. So I am talking about the Untamed Spirit Animal deck, but first I want to show you the deck that I've been working with. It's the magical Tarot of the Magical Forest, trimmed. This is also mass market Lo Scarabeo, I think, like one of the two Lo Scarabeo decks that I own. And it's so not serious. It's just, this is how I feel, guys. It is a hug deck. Remember that video? And this is a real tarot deck. It's got all the Smith-Waite symbols. The only difference is, well, it's made by another artist, but we have all very cute animals. But as you can see, it still holds all the real serious symbols. But I don't know, guys. This is what I've been using for over a week now. I've been journaling a lot with it. I've been doing client tarot readings with this over on Patreon. I mean, it's working out. It's doing really good. And maybe this is why I went for another animal deck, oracle deck. Let's unbox. I really don't mind the smaller box. Aren't we all done with the huge boxes? You know, the box sets? At some point you kind of feel like you do need to get rid of the big box, but I don't think I've ever really done that. I always kept the big boxes. And this is smaller, which I actually appreciate. Cool. And I believe that there is a smaller tug box inside. So I also own the first edition, just so happens to be the first edition of the Wild Unknown Tarot, which is also an animal deck. And maybe it's reminiscent of this, right? I don't use that a lot, although I have been using it lately. Again, I think I need a little bit more of that animal spirit right now. I just need a hug. I just need to pet all those animals. And I mean, I guess Wild Unknown, Untamed, Wild, Spirit. It's quite similar. It may be quite similar. Discover the sacred wisdom of animals. Yeah, guys, I realize there are already plenty of unboxings on YouTube about this. I am, after all, a year late. But this is just how I roll, you know? I believe this is actually... Did I get a deck this year? I know I received decks, but did I buy a deck this year? I think my last purchase was December or November of last year. This may very well be my first deck purchase of the year. Maybe it's gonna be my only deck purchase of the year. I don't know, whatever. I hope you're here to hang out with me, not just to look at cards, because we're gonna take a while. From our earliest beginnings, animals have been a significant part of our lives. They help us, inspire us, sometimes scare us, but also protect us. Oh, I didn't know this. This is cool. In this dynamic oracle set, you will find 50 animals that are considered sacred in various cultures around the globe. Each animal is created with the scratchboard technique. Artist begins with a black surface, and as he scratches through, each animal emerges and comes to life. That is really cool. And this is probably why I bought it. Because, yeah, sure, animal spirit, hug right now. I want a new oracle, all right? But also, these cards are quite black, which is very much my style. I like dark decks. Again, God, this is so satisfying. That's the tuck box. Pretty good little booklet. I know, this is an unboxing, so the book looks great. The big question, okay, is this deck for me, or was this actually a bad decision? Let's see, shall we? Okay, glossy cards. I have to say the backs, chef's kiss. Really nice. Also the fact that it's not starch white, I appreciate that. We're starting with Spider. Connection and Shadow. I realized to do a proper review or to have a real opinion about this deck, I'm gonna have to work with it a little bit. So far, very cute. Toad. Listening, Secrecy, Hedgehog, Inner World, Curiosity, Viper, Fear and Healing. Do you know what I like about this deck? Because yes, I did look it up online before I purchased it. I have memories with most of these animals, regarding most of these animals. For instance, the hedgehog, I very distinctly remember an occasion where I was in Corsica. It was the evening and I saw something move in the garden, and I called in everybody. What's that? What's moving in the garden? What's making that noise? And then a little hedgehog emerged, and he was so cute. And I mean, I don't usually see hedgehogs. Same thing with viper or a small snake. I was hiking again in Corsica, this time during the day, and something slithered between my feet really quickly and it scared me, but it was a little snake. A fox. Adaptability, reactivity. A fox crossed our garden, a different garden this time, different part of it, while we were there the first night of the holiday. We were just there having a little barbecue or something, relaxing in the evening hours, and then this fox just completely, it seemed to be on automatic pilot, crossed our garden, and we were right there. We were just maybe 2-3 meters away from that little tiny cute fox, and I remember it. He stopped, looked at us, and immediately, of course, ran away, but he was clearly startled that we were there because apparently, you know, nobody's there during the whole year, and we were there only in the summertime. We were clearly basically in his maybe nightly path. You know what I mean? So those experiences, I think they're really cool. I love how some of these cards have been, you know, romanticized with the starry night there. And the wolf is gorgeous, and I will probably never be able to look at a wolf image like this and not think about women who run with the wolves. A boar, of course, there are many boars in Corsica. Maybe it's because it's summertime, guys, and I miss Corsica. We used to go there every year when I was a kid, and I haven't been in quite a few years. Combativeness and honor. God, I feel that for Corsica for sure. Horse, look at how strong that is. Journey and ambition. And actually, this depiction really works for me because I really like horses and I see their beauty and strength, but I have an issue with their energy. I think my energy isn't right for horses. I feel that they are very heavy and they stomp and they're quite unpredictable to me. I can't read them. For instance, dogs, I can read them so well, you know, but horses, absolutely not. And I never grew up around horses. So I am a little bit, just a tad, nervous around horses. I tend to be a little bit nervous around horses. And therefore, this strong, chaotic, almost destructive, and, well, unpredictable depiction of the horse makes sense for me. This is going to maybe sound so strange that I'm pointing this out, but it's just so satisfying the way the titles are done and the borders and backs. It's very clear. I find it very pleasing to the eye. It's simple, yet it steers away from minimalism, which I don't really tend to like in decks. It looks really good, doesn't it? I think this is definitely the type of oracle that you can use alongside tarot. It does remind me of that El Goliath deck, black and white, animals, etc. But I do prefer this art style. It looks really good. It's more realistic. It's natural, the way they would be in the wild. It's not like the whale is wearing little glasses or is holding a key or something, or, you know. Firefly. Simplicity and childhood. I don't mind these keywords, and they make perfect sense. B is responsibility and dedication. Absolutely. Moth. Change and dreams. They have a moth and a butterfly. That is actually really cool because you have the day and the night, isn't it? Isn't that the biggest difference? Wow, that's actually really nice. Okay, Ren. I already saw the salmon, I saw the bear, I saw the horse, some other specific animals, the fox. They do remind me a little bit of the wildwood. Because yes, I have the wild unknown animal deck, but then I also have the wildwood, which is just a deck that I have because I've had it for a while. And I know I'm going to use it again one day, but for now, a few other decks. Those are the ones that I grab all the time. And the wildwood I haven't touched in quite a while. Hope and harmony for swallow. From what I've seen, the only animal that I miss in this deck is the snail. I wish there was a snail in here. Seriously. Okay, so look, these are so gorgeous and there are so many different birds. Oh yeah, wasn't that the thing with different elements? So I assume the birds They're probably element of air, although sometimes it's fire. But then, okay, the more tropical animals are element of fire. And then we have maybe the boar, etc., could be earth. I'm thinking maybe the whale, the salmon, the seal, etc., they are element of water. The kangaroo, progress and care. Oh, and the jaguar. I love this one. Charisma, shamanic gifts. Okay, maybe I'm falling in love with this oracle. Although, of course, I absolutely need to work with it. Okay, I already knew I loved this card. The elephant. I know I just talked about the horse having unpredictable energy and being big and stompy, but the elephant is one of my favorite animals. I always loved it. It's just so friendly and they don't forget and they're very smart and they defend and community. Yeah, and perseverance. I love that so much. Oh, and here we are again with the spider. Okay, so I know I didn't show all of them, but I'm thinking my favorite animals, so elephant, snail, as I said, dog or wolf, and then raven. Honestly, I think I could have done without the salmon. Like, I already don't love that card in the Wildwood. It's one of the quartz. I wish there was a snail card in here. Cute little snail. There's so much wisdom in there as well, and also the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence. So, what do you have to say about that, huh? Creator of this beautiful deck that I'm lucky to hold. I'm also thinking actually that maybe a little bit more confronting animal energy would have been cool. Thinking, for instance, of vulture or something. Have I shown you this whale? It's quite sweet. But maybe because I'm going to definitely use the booklet with this deck, there is going to be some clear, more shadowy stuff, you know what I mean? I do really like words like wild, untamed, especially untamed actually, because it reminds us that these animals, these creatures, they exist perfectly without our human interference. We don't tame them. All of them are beautiful in their own way. They are perfect in their own way. And it just, I feel it opens up my mind regarding all of them. It eliminates the judgment or annoyance or maybe even fear or uncertainty that we may have about them. And if that's something we have, then we can use this oracle and maybe journal about it. Let's see which card we pick. Very stiff cards. Guys, what do you think? Is this oracle going to stay in my collection or not? Vote in the comments. Let me know what you think, what you predict, and maybe why. Coyote. Intelligence and unpredictability. How many times have I said the word unpredictable in this video so far? Could you see how this is so satisfying and pretty? I like it. I like the way this deck was made, you know? It's very clear, doesn't do too much, doesn't do too little. It's nice. This is not a deck that you would immediately want to trim. They did a good job. So let's see. We carefully explore and observe our fellow inhabitants on this planet. Let us intuitively get closer to each animal by first contemplating the image before us. Do we know this animal? Has it ever appeared in our lives? That was actually my first thought, right? Realizing that I have memories and experiences with a lot of these animals for some reason or another. Has it come up in a dream? Has it come up in a book? Has it lived or does it live with us, like dog? What does it inspire in us? Yeah. Do not push away any of the emotions that this animal sparks within you. There are earth animals, water animals, air, and fire. Where are we? Coyote is earth. That's what I thought. 35. This is my dance, the dance of the coyote. I radiate light and darkness, trouble and opportunity. I wag my tail and point my nose to the sky. I am the madness that laughs when there's drama. That's what I need. I am the levity amidst difficulty. My spirit and body dance together as I jump, turn, and disappear. Guys, I try to incorporate the readings that I do for the collective over on Patreon again, or readings that I do for clients, for myself as well. Because, for instance, the last opening act, which is a collective one-card reading on Patreon, I used Triunfi della Luna and I pulled a card. I will not say which one yet, because maybe you want to see it, but one of the main themes that came up with that card is, this is also pulled from current life experience. I'm really feeling this so much, how sometimes when we zoom in, or basically when we can't really see further outside of our little world, daily world and daily struggles, when we zoom in, that's what I called it in that specific reading, things seem really difficult, complex, hard. It's a fight. It's tough. And it's meant to be, but also we can really struggle looking at life in this way. Whereas if we take a huge step back and zoom out, all of a sudden that same situation, nothing has changed, that same situation looks easy, completely doable. Of course, because we want to, or we love it, or we love them, or, then all of a sudden it becomes simple. What difficulty are you even talking about? It doesn't exist. The limit doesn't exist. And that's what this card is reminding me of. Yeah, this makes sense. Me starting off this video, not complaining, but maybe a little, about doing the work that I love and it's stressful. I know that in the grand existential scheme of things, it's all very simple. To Native Americans, the coyote is one of the most well-known tricksters, one who brings revolution and creative energy. One short story is a good illustration of its power. When Sky Woman created the stars, the old coyote ran through them, spreading them about. Thanks to him, we see them shine everywhere at night. The coyote is both mad and wise, capable of turning fates and adapting to different situations in order to survive. Unpredictable, astute, magical, the coyote can be both a trickster and a master who teaches through play. Having a coyote as a guide helps you stay happy and light even in times of adversity or unexpected fate. He reminds us that we cannot know where opportunities for success lie, and therefore it's good to evaluate our existence with the right amount of seriousness, but also doubt and irony, which allows us to remain open to our destiny and unraveling of events. Really quite beautiful. In my opinion, this is a really cool message to have, an appropriate card to my current situation to pull. So, yeah, lovely. 50 cards. Let's just see what this does in my collection, because the last deck that I unboxed and first impressioned on my channel was the Sybil Oracle, right, by Tara May. Gorgeous. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope this was fun. And of course, I will see you in the next video. This was not the video I planned to make today, but it's just what I needed to do. And I leave you with Mr. Toad. So if you've made it this far and you have nothing to comment, but you want to let me know that you actually have made it this far, and it does help the channel, comment the word Toad, and I will know. So please stick around if you like this video. I will make sure to link one in the screen that is similar or is talking about similar topics. So I will see you next time. Bye.